Right, hey everyone, messy hair Umbra here today, but you're pretty used to that by now. Uh, Dropping in this video just because as of very recently, a story update hit. And I'm not talking about the story on my posts where I showed off, finally it got here. I beat the bots, not yet hooked up yet. I still need a new power supply for my computer. I'm doing this as a pretty big renovation for my actual, well, the computer that you are essentially seeing this recorded on right now, my streaming PC, also my gaming PC. It does a lot of work and it deserves a bit of an upgrade. But that's not the story update I'm talking about. I'm talking about, of course, the main story. Last little while, it's felt like story updates have been few and far between, that there hasn't been too terribly much happening with the story. Even so, like, some people been coming and saying like, hey, hasn't there been story updates and all of that? The answer is no. And recently I showed off, I think, a little bit of a new character that popped into the story who I really like her design. We now have a name for her as well, and that's not really what we're making this video about. The real reason that we are making this video is because I wanted to talk about essentially the nothing burger that is still kind of going on in the story a bit, where, I am waiting for this thing to die. I am waiting for the story to get resolved and wrapped up. Feels like we've been pretty well high in the climax of this whole story that's been going on, and I feel like we're getting very close to the end and everything like that, and yeah, blah, 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 blah. But, of course, in a spoilerific video, you know that I do these when I actually have something to spoil. And I do have something to spoil quite well today, because as I said, 13-1 was pretty nothing throughout the whole thing. There isn't really that much. There's this thing going on in the forest with the blade, trying to actually like find the super legendary mega duper blade. I'm not like, whatever. There's also some stuff going on with Exia and whatnot. There's a bunch of stuff. But it feels pretty inconsequential because it's moving quite slowly. This, on the other hand, the end of this chapter 1 did hold a little bit of a surprise. So let's take a peek real quick. And by real quick, I mean here you can see. I alluded to this earlier, so you can see we got our new girl here. She's met up. You got that sword. Oh look! Wow, that's cool, I guess. And so blah 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 blah, but that's not the really interesting part. We're gonna skip ahead just a bit. The actual real important part of it, if it wants to load. Come on, game. Okay, yeah. So look at this. Hey, I know those two. They're giant pains in the asses, right? Yeah, there's Luciel, and there's Charles, and I can't get it wrong in this video because, you know what? They're both in the same. Oh, look, there's that hovering dog turd. Yep. Okay, what do we got? People still shooting at this thing. Yep, just forever shooting. Yeah, I'm not going to get into it because I haven't translated the whole thing yet. But obviously, we're building up to something here. What are these two doing? I'm just going to allude to things in this video because you got to leave some mystery. Otherwise, all you globalers are just going to quit. You're always looking for reasons to be like, it's EOS. I'm quitting. Things are bad. They've never been so bad. This is the worst things have ever been, which is not true, by the way. The worst things have been so far. Although it is kind of annoying. So yeah, we got these guys. They're all pew-pewing and shooting things. And pink-haired girl, who is still not in the game, he kind of shrugs it off. Whatever, she's breaking the fourth wall there, looking at us. Kind of weird, but we'll continue. So what else we got going on? Yeah. I swear we are getting to this point, but you gotta pad out the videos somehow. I'm just clicking through stuff at this point. Even though it's on auto, we kind of want to just move a little bit. But I don't think I'm able to skip the next part. Oh, maybe. Yeah, that was it. There's Jaden, still pew-pewing. Not really doing much himself because he's taking like a management role at this point. I do look forward to the day when this thing is dead and maybe we can get something. Because, you know, new things, every once in a while you need to... That's a picture right there. That's an avatar right there. Dating with the... kind of thing. Yeah, there it is. I'll freeze for a second just in case anybody wants to take a snapshot of that. Moving on. So yeah, we got this thing. There's the battle going. Gilgamesh isn't looking really good. We'll skip ahead a bit. Oh, see, this is what I mean. All right, so my mistake. Hold on. I'm going to pause the video and get back in. This is what I mean by, like, sometimes you can skip, sometimes you can't. Give me a second. All right, welcome back, everyone. And here we are 20 hours later, and Umbra has finally got back to where it was. It's kind of a miracle that I did make it to this point. Just because, like, this week has been so incredibly busy and I just kind of pushed through the story to get the actual resources. I'm still trying to get more, you know, maybe eventually I'm lucky or whatever, but here with this, it's just so kind of funny of like that it is pretty long and there aren't many good skip points. Here we have this, as you can see, kind of, she's got a look in her eyes about something. And so, you know, they're going forward. Hey, don't hurt the chocobo. Whatever you do, don't hurt the chocobo. Oh, wait, what? Okay, all right. Ow, ow. Chocobo's fine, though. Not like, barely stunned. He's okay. That's what's really important. But yeah, there you go. And, oh, what's this? Oh, yeah, all right. Okay, well, this is happening. I'm sure nothing will change that much. And oh, a blinding light. Great, my retinas. Awesome. And whoa, wait a minute. What the fuck? Yeah, so turns out we're not done. we got some more stuff is happening, and Mont, buddy, I guess we need another clothing change if we're going to be able to beat this thing, right? Yeah, I mean, like, the thing is, like, it's not really that big of a deal or anything like that. I just find it funny that it's like, oh, this isn't even my final form. And it is pretty cool. It does harken back to, obviously, the Ultima weapon. Like, it feels very Final Fantasy VIII and everything, which is interesting because the diamond weapon feels very Final Fantasy VII. So, you know, by the end of this, really, once he absorbs just a few more characters, he's probably going to turn into a giant floating multicolored ball, if you catch my drift. But yeah, this has been the update. This is, you know, the most noteworthy thing that I picked out of the most recent story to make a video about. Why not? Umbra's tired this week from a lot of work, but hey, gotta make some content, right? Anyway, later. Take care.